20 something and living.
Hey guys, we're back.
20 something and living. Krista, let me tell you. 20 something and living.
Therese, I'm ready.
20 something and living.
This episode is being brought to you by our new sponsor, Lola. Lola delivers 100% organic cotton tampons and pads right to your door every month. You can pick exactly what you want delivered, all supers, all regulars, or all lights, or you can even mix it up. Just set the date and they'll be there. For a limited time, Lola is offering 20-something and living listeners a 2-box special for the price of one, plus free shipping. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, go on to 20snl.com, scroll to the bottom, and activate that discount. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
We're back.
Yes.
Yes.
We're back.
You're
It's
listening.
not the morning anymore?
Yes, I guess not. You're listening to 20-something and living with Krista.
And Therese.
Yes. We have a special episode, y'all. We're going to have an interview through the middle.
Yes, we are. This is also our 50th episode.
Oh, is it?
I was on our iTunes the other day since, we don't put no numbers on there.
Right.
I was like, is this not going to be episode 50?
Oh, but before when I would be like, I used to be hype on every episode.
Exactly. See, that was the issue. You hype on every episode. This is actually episode. We've been doing this. We've done this 50 times.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of episodes.
I know.
We're getting closer to starting our third year.
Yeah. We got a lot coming, y'all. Get hyped. Get ready.
Yes, get ready. We got some stuff for you. Get excited.
And we'll reveal it in that episode.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated.
And I think that episode, what is it? 2 weeks? Not 2 episodes from now?
Yeah, I think so. It's in July.
Yeah, it's like a month from now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness.
But tell them why this episode is special.
I thought I said it.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said we have an interview.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
We have an interview with someone coming to us from the Black Detour. So basically, we're gonna start like normal. So like I said, the segments go entertainment, hot topics, an article, and Godspiration. So he'll be joining us at the tail end of entertainment, and then into hot topics, y'all. So we're gonna get us a male perspective.
Yeah, we're gonna save some of the big entertainment to talk about with
yes.
him.
Well, can we just say what the big entertainment is?
I mean, yeah, we can.
Because it's so basically we're gonna talk about the Carter's album. Did you listen to the whole thing?
Yes, there's only a few songs.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was extra song heavy, and I did get Apple Music again, which a waste of my money.
Get me raw all the way together. You know, I saw Tiana Taylor's album came out too.
I thought you had a listening party.
Yeah.
I didn't see that it was on Apple Music.
I saw someone put it on. It did. Yep. So yeah, guys, we will start like normal, and then we'll get into that, and then we'll end it with some Godspiration, y'all. Get ready. The anxiety is about to be. See, let me get my life together. The Godspiration is about to be about anxiety. See, my problem is, y'all, I slept so much yesterday. Like,
I never knew that was an issue, but
it is. I
didn't sleep.
I just told Teresa, I went to bed at about 6:45 yesterday.
It's like, how was you was already off from work?
No, I went to bed at like 7:15.
Oh.
So that sounds better.
Yeah. You know what I was doing at 7:15?
You was at work.
Yeah.
It's one of our hot topics.
Oh, I was like, oh, it is? I forgot.
But yeah, no, I was knocked out, y'all. I was dead to the world. So I've got a lot of sleep.
I went to bed at 2.
Therese acting like getting 10 hours of sleep is normal.
Like I tell Kristen, my body runs best off 10 hours of sleep. I know 8 hours is what they say that you need, but it's like when I get 10 hours, that's how I know I'm rested.
No, literally, like I called her at 10:30 one night, and she was already asleep. Then I come home,
and I went to sleep for like 15 minutes. I hadn't been sleeping that long.
So you sleep at 10:30. So then I go to bed around 2 something. Then I wake up at I woke up. I had to get up early. I got up like 8.
And did you say my name?
Yeah, I might have. And Therese was still asleep.
So it's like, but I was like, I'm sleeping. I'm not ready to get up yet.
Okay, but you was asleep. It's like you from 10:30 to 8 in the morning. You was still asleep. Like I told her,
I need my 10 hours.
I was gonna text her and be like, "Are you good?"
And I would have been like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What you talking about?" "Yeah, I'm good."
I would have been like,
"You getting a lot of sleep?" I'm like, "Did I? I ain't been sleeping 15 hours now." If I have like multiple days of getting those 10 hours, then it's like, okay, you kind of tired.
It's like you're not tired. You let yourself think that you need all that sleep.
So I always want you let yourself think why can't I just be tired? Like, bro.
To me, if you have one night of sleep, of a lot of sleep, then I'll be like, okay, you probably tired.
Mm-hmm.
But you do 2 or 3 nights in a row, it's like, bro, you sleeping too much. You can't sleep. You can't let yourself sleep too much.
I really don't believe in that. Sleeping too
It's
much.
like one time I said, like, it's a such thing as exercising too much, and you were like...
Well, I don't have that problem.
Well, I was like, sometimes people use like yoga and things as like a way to calm their anxiety, and sometimes you can become obsessed with exercising. That's a real thing. And Therese was like, my mom ain't never gonna tell me that I'm
right. My mom said, Therese.
Yes, she might if you was exercising too much.
It's just like I don't see that for me. Okay, exercising too much. That's cute.
My little sister used to exercise too much.
Mm.
That's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa,
I just personally, that's never.
Teresa was like, that don't exist, and it's like
I believe that because I remember that episode of Full House where DJ, she didn't eat and then she exercised. She was exercising a whole lot.
But was she exercising too much, or was that just unhealthy diet?
No, she was on that elliptical. She was like getting it just extra hard, and she wouldn't stop. And it was just like all of it together wasn't working in her favor.
Oh, I feel like someone can exercise 2 times a day, going hard, super hard, and they do that 7 times a week, and it's like become like a vice. Like if you miss the gym, like you really struggling. Like that is a problem.
Yeah, I guess too much of anything is a problem.
To me, that's a problem. But
I can eat too much vegetables.
Yeah, you can eat too many vegetables and be like.
That's like this guy on Ripley's Believe It or Not Ripley's Believe It or Not. I don't know.
Oh.
It's a complete tangent. He drank too much. 100 Ways to Die.
Mm-mm.
Or 1,000 Ways to Die.
Mm-hmm.
He drank too much carrot juice and he died.
Well, carrot juice sounds bad for you.
No, carrot juice is good for you
in
moderation.
But you can't drink too much of it.
But it turned him orange and then he died.
Okay.
The beta carotene.
Okay.
All right, we can get into the hot topic.
No, the entertainment.
That's what I meant, Krista. I be getting the names mixed up sometimes. Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
The entertainment. So first we're going to talk about XXX Tentacion.
I was about to be like, who? I was like, I haven't. Rest in peace, number one.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of him until he passed away. Like real talk, I didn't know.
I have. So I've heard of him, and I just used to not know how to say his name.
I've heard really bad things about him.
Yeah, I remember hearing about. Okay, so the first time I heard about him, he threatened to hurt his girlfriend with a knife or something. Mm. He was gonna do something with a knife, but then he like scrapes it across her leg and she passes out because she's so scared.
Oh my gosh!
That's what I heard.
And I heard he's like raped. He's raped women. He did rape women. He's done a lot of bad stuff.
And then I've also heard his music, and some of his music is good, but it's like it's not nothing to lose my mind over. It's cool music, but it's just like it's not that great. But it's like so people are having this debate over how much can I say about him.
Right.
Because it's like, yeah, he has done bad stuff. He's assaulted, raped, done all of this
stuff.
That's
really bad.
And then it's like, yeah, but people are still like, he is still a 20-year-old boy.
Right.
And it's like, man.
So which side are you on? Or are you...
It's like, I don't want nobody to die, but it's like, I just can't care. I don't care that much about him. Just him, like, and his music is pretty much what I'm saying. I don't think anybody should die. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I can't sit over here and just be like, everybody, it's so funny when you hear people talk about it, it's like they say he was trying to make himself a better person. So it's like, everybody knows that he wasn't the best person. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, I hear for you trying to make yourself a better person.
It's like, what type of corruption and devastation have you experienced to be 20 years old and have all this on your track record?
Right.
Like,
and it's like, we still shooting rappers out here?
Oh, they probably just somebody from the street.
Oh, they arrested him already.
Oh, I didn't think that was like,
It's just like, I don't know.
I didn't know nothing about him. I literally had no idea who this guy was. I hadn't heard of him at all. Oh, and it's like, has he ever had an album? I heard he was a SoundCloud rapper.
Well, I heard his music. Maybe he got famous on SoundCloud.
And he got bigger or something?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I like his name, though. The more I say Tentacion, I like that.
I like Tentacion better than
XXX.
Yeah.
Tentacion.
I don't know. It's really sad. It's sad, but it's like, dang.
Mm-hmm. It's like...
It caused devastation to people.
Right. And before you could repent and,
Well, we don't know if he didn't.
That's not what I mean. But just... I don't know what he's... I'm talking about to the people that he assaulted.
Yeah, gosh.
Before he can apologize, grow from, and do all of this stuff, it's like he's gone.
I mean, you never know. Hopefully he did.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's sad though. It's just sad in general. It's like he was so young, and to be so young and cause all these issues.
Right.
I don't know. It's like to cause all these problems to different people, and to be 20 years old and you cause such a negative impact.
Mm-hmm.
And to die, and people, to be 20 years old and to die, and people say anything besides, oh my God, he was so young, this is so devastating, is sad.
Oh, like, I listened to this guy on YouTube, and he was saying that somebody that he knows, he was like, when you think about Tentacion, you should be like, I want to live my life in a way where people don't feel guilty.
Saying rest in peace.
Right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's like, yeah, it's like, it's so sad that I have to, people who are his fans or, when talking about a 20-year-old boy, they have to feel guilty about saying rest in peace because it's like he really was messing with people's lives.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, but
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why I saved them in my notes. Have them ready to go. But yeah, so rest in peace, Tentacion. But
they already arrested the brother. Like,
yeah, they were quick.
Who was it? Did he know?
Some brother from the street. He was leaving a motorcycle shop or something, and he got shot. I don't know. People just want to shoot.
Probably was somebody related to them victims.
Maybe
it could have. He could have been like somebody's
all
sister
celebrities
or
are talking about. Kanye West was like, "I never told you how much you inspired me when you were here. Thank you for existing."
Kanye, what's that?
Kanye be doing the most. Monica, she had something to say.
What Monica say? I feel like this would be good.
I don't know this young man personally. My son's introduced me to his music a while ago. First thing I asked was who was singing in one section. My son said it was him. We listened for hours. Today, another mother, father, family is devastated. This has got to stop. May peace be given to the hurting hearts of those who truly love him.
Deeper than that.
Oh no!
I thought she was gonna be like something about that abuse.
Oh no! Chris Brown said rest in peace. Tyga had something to say. Yeah.
It's like, I have never heard of this brother.
Isn't that funny?
What is he on? Like
you should look up his music.
You got real celebrities saying stuff about you?
He is a real person.
I hate looking people up after they pass away. That's like that one guy on YouTube.
That's what I kept seeing. It was like, and I had to like some of those comments. It was like, Baller Alert put up some thing talking about him. He's saying something all existential or whatever, and Baller Alert was like, oh, we love the way you think, something like that. And people were in their comments like, y'all wouldn't posting none of this when he was alive. It was like, they don't miss you till you dead. Y'all really got the nerve.
I mean, that's true.
Y'all talk nothing bad about him.
Right, but I ain't mad at them. That's true. When people die, it causes press and it makes people more involved in what you're doing. Because remember that one YouTube guy who passed away?
The one that you followed after you Which makes no sense.
I follow
because it's like, bro, he ain't uploading nothing out.
I remember I think his name was like Freddie.
Freddie.
Okay, and I thought he was funny. I didn't know who he was.
I didn't like those voices.
That's how I ended up finding about another guy.
I followed him.
Bees TV, yeah.
And I unfollowed him a while ago.
I think I still follow him, but I
he used to have those fangs. His teeth were.
Yeah, Bees TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, but I followed Freddie because I thought he was funny, and then I remember Teresa was like, "Why would you follow?" It was like the way you said it.
Right, because it's like I'm trying to understand, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't make sense. I
bet you that's what happens when people pass away.
Yeah,
record sales go up.
I remember when Michael Jackson died.
Everybody was buying an album.
I bought me an album.
Right.
I got
so it's like, what's wrong?
A greatest
that's
hits
normal.
Album. It is. It's normal, but it's like if you're the person, right, and you hate on, I don't know, Jay-Z, right?
Remember, y'all, this is hypothetical. I don't hate on Jay-Z.
Right. You hate on Jay-Z, and it's just like, you ain't never got nothing positive to say, oh, he cheated on Beyonce, I don't want to hear nothing about him, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as he died, oh my gosh, Jay-Z, taken so soon before his time. But
that ain't what I did.
I'm not talking about you, but that's what Baller Alert did.
They used to dog him out.
They never talked about anything positive about no XX.
Well, Baller Alert is a gossip magazine, so it's not crazy for them to be like, okay, we heard about these gossip things about him. Let's post these. That is normal. You act now, yeah. If me personally, if I was dogging him out, and then rest in peace. Now, yeah, that ain't right. But it's like I'm a gossip magazine, y'all. Just because I'm I'm pretty sure E! News has written a lot of stories on Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. But if he passed away, God forbid, rest in peace. So sad. Here's a list of his greatest hits. Everyone would do that. It's normal.
I guess. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like people just. I don't know. I don't know what I want from people, Krista.
I don't know what you want either.
Okay. But that's all I have on
Tentacion.
Tentacion. Okay, so speaking of rappers, Jay-Z is now Puma's president of basketball operations. Really, I saw that and I was just like, it's just like you running basketball operations
of Puma.
Right.
Do Puma even have? I don't know. They have basketball shoes on the scene.
He will help the brand select players and offer direction for the overall brand of Puma.
Select players? Like what, for the ads?
I think so. For the ads. And who gonna have some new shoes come out?
It's just so frustrating.
He's been working with it
as a person in marketing, it's just so frustrating how, Jay-Z ain't got no degree. I don't even know if he does anything in marketing. And it's like, he gonna have that job forever. And someone like me, I ain't never gonna get that job.
Of course, that's because he's a celebrity.
It's like celebrities, I've thought about that before. Like sometimes, I'm sure they get some training, but like sometimes celebrities will have the most bomb jobs. They're like, people go to college to get and they be killing themselves for, right? But then it's like, they can just step in and they'll be like, yeah, he's the new head of marketing at the NBA. And it's like, what?
It's like, why?
Like, I guess. Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Basically. But good for him. I mean, I'm happy for him, but it's just like one of them jobs where it's
right,
like,
it's
so another person didn't get the job.
Another person who
been climbing up the ladder since forever.
Trying to be the top of the president of Puma.
But then Jay-Z hit him with, hey, y'all, what's up?
Right. Like, Jay-Z, how would you like to do this? Yeah, okay. It's just having his name on some stuff.
Right.
The next thing that we're going to talk about, Kristen, is Trump. We ain't talked about Trump in a while.
I know. I'm really proud of us.
Me too. It's like we had gotten to a thing where it was like Trump coming up every week.
It was like every week.
But it was like a problem. He was doing so much.
But he's still been doing stuff. We just been chilling.
It's just like, we can't talk about you clowning every week. We won't have nothing else.
I saw something and it was like I don't know, it was like an emojis. It was like a list of all 45 presidents, and then it had like a bunch of white men. No, it had a bunch of white men, then it had a black one, and then it had a clown. And I was dead. Oh. It was like the emojis. It was cute.
Yeah, that is funny. I've seen stuff like that before, too.
Yeah.
So, Trump is obviously doing this immigration separation situation. Sorry. They just kind of rhymed. What?
I guess.
And it's been taking the news outlets by storm because it's obviously terrible. What? It's like we're separating.
You're talking like a reporter and it's making me uncomfortable.
What?
You're like, the way you just did some rhyming and then it's taking the news by storm. It's like the wording that you're using sounds goofy.
Well, excuse me, Krista.
Go back to the topic though.
And it's just like, I see a comment on one of these Instagram posts that I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. It's like, without trivializing the Holocaust at all, what Trump is doing is giving me senses. Obviously, it's not a concentration camp because he's not, killing anybody.
It's anything.
To the best of my knowledge.
I've heard it compared to slavery too. It's the same thing.
It's just like you're holding people, children, as infants. Like this reporter has one where she was talking about, it's like they're called tender age shelters, and it's like you got people, babies from different families changing infants' diapers because you got kids all together in one place, keeping them from their parents. And
that's so bad.
There have been many reports that saying that putting kids into the system this young and putting them through this type of trauma this young can really affect their lives. And it's just like, definitely. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's gonna truly cause some damage.
And it's like this is not one family. It's not two. Right. It's like you're doing this to multiple immigrant families, and it's just like, what is going on?
But Trump made it so they're not doing that anymore. So do you know what's happening?
I remember Trump said one day, he was like, I'm going to sign something so we don't have to do this no more. And people were like, what are you signing? You're going to sign something so this isn't... You're the one who did this.
Oh.
And then, but
he said it like, I'll take care of these guys.
I'm like, you'll take care of what you messed up? I hope you will. And it's like, so, I mean, to the best of my knowledge, he's ended it, but, you know, Trump is trying to do everything that he can to keep people out.
Trump is a really...
With that travel ban, y'all can't travel. You can't even come here.
That's still in...
I don't think it's still in play, but I don't know.
But he made it so he made it so they can't. But I'm wondering what's gonna happen to the people who's already affected by it. Like people, some people have their families. They went back.
Right. It's like their families have already been.
And
separated.
The kids are in the centers.
I don't know.
So
stuff is really sad. Time Magazine did a cover with him. It's like there's a crying infant, and then Trump's just like looking down and it says "Welcome to America."
Oh my god!
And it's like,
look at Time. Okay, Time.
Right. It's like high key. Welcome to America. We got crying infants.
This is America. Nice thing about Donald Trump. I love that song.
Yeah, that song is good.
Really? I thought you said you didn't like it.
It's like no, I like it, but it's like when I don't think I like it enough to listen to it on the radio. Like it came on the radio the other day, and I was like,
Really?
I gotta be watching the video.
Well, yeah, I see that for you because you don't like Donald Glover like that.
Yeah, I don't. But along with all of this Trump immigration stuff, Melania, finally, I feel like I know what her name is. Melania wore a jacket that says "I really don't care, do you?" when she went to go visit the immigrant children being held at the Texas border.
I hadn't heard about that. See, that just sounds crazy.
And it's just like, girl, what is wrong with you?
No, that sounds insane.
It does. It was like at first I was like, I don't think they can really see her shirt.
It's like I was on Melania. Like I kind of liked Melania. Like I thought she was all right.
Right. It seemed like she didn't really want to be there either.
Right. It seemed like you mean in the presidency.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm over here like she don't really mess with Trump.
It's like
that's
what
disrespectful.
Is wrong with you?
It's like that don't even sound right.
What? Right. Girl, you're clowning. But Trump, this is what Trump had to say about it. He's like, I really don't care to you. Written on the back of Melania's jacket refers to the fake news media. Melania has learned how dishonest they are, and she truly no longer cares. I'm like, you know what? You can sell me that if you want to. But I feel like, even if that's what you were going with, that is not what you wear to go meet with some kids off of something this serious.
No, that sounds that's weird.
Right. It's insensitive.
It's insensitive. It's disrespectful. It's everything. That's rude. It's like, girl, what's wrong with you? I don't know. Melania, she really dropped some points because I thought she was all right.
Yeah, thought she was too, but obviously she's not. I don't know. I don't know. Since Trump is very unlikely to get impeached, I just need him not to get reelected.
I hope he doesn't. But a part of me thinks
I can see that he could. I feel like somebody out there is thinking Trump is doing his thing. It's like, that's exactly what they wanted to happen. Mm-hmm. We wanted you shutting people off at the border. Don't let these kids in.
Because did I tell you I was like in my old job, we placed advertisements on behalf of like really small, like national people. So like one of our clients was like a rural cell phone company. Mm-hmm. And like I remember I had to go on they said they wanted to place an ad on like a local newspaper or something. So I was looking at local newspapers in that area. And one of them I looked on their site and one of them was like, they had a question. It was like a poll, like, how well do you think Trump is doing? And I hit no. I just want to see what they was gonna say. Mm-hmm. And then when I say it had like 90%,
no. Was that an option? How well do you think Trump is doing?
No, not how well. It was like, do you think Trump's doing well? It was like yes, no, kind of, or something. And I hit no. And this is like their newspaper in that city, and it was like 90% yes. I was shook. I took a screenshot and everything. I was like,
I feel like people in the beginning could see or could think that Trump was doing something, but I feel like the more that we're basking in what Trump is doing,
I think the people that I'm talking about from that newspaper, they're gonna vote for him again. I think that there's some people who voted for Trump because they just didn't want Hillary to win. They might be the people who swing him back, and since Hillary really won, he might have a chance. But
I feel like the people who didn't want to vote for Hillary.
We just need an extra basic white man.
Right.
Like we
don't have time to be making history right now. Right. We need to get him off the office, okay? So I feel like the people who are like, I don't like Trump. Mm-hmm. I don't like Trump, but I don't like Hillary.
Right.
I need those people just to be like, you know what? Let's vote for anybody but Trump. # anybody but Trump. It's just like Trump is really good.
Basically, it's like we don't need, like you said, we don't need nobody breaking molds. We just need a regular,
no glass ceilings right now.
9-year-old white man, grew up in a nice, rich area, went to Yale. That's all we need.
Right, that's it. That's all I'm asking
and you
for
a
right
Democrat.
now. Democrat. Let's not get crazy.
We don't need that. What was it? Biden? He was the one that was extra.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, Biden was the vice president. I'm tripping. What was the one that I was like, he can't do what he's saying?
Yeah.
What is his name? He ran against Hillary. He
like
too much. He too much.
The older guy.
Gosh,
what's his name?
Clearly, we ain't extra involved in politics. He can't run. Bernie Sanders. He was too much. Right. I need a regular,
Bernie.
schmegular.
Like, I want you, Bernie, but you doing. I
don't even know if I want Bernie. Was.
I like Bernie.
I liked him, but it's like Bernie. Now how we gonna get college for free? I'm just really trying to figure out how you.
New York figured out how to get college for free.
That's one state. Everybody going to college. You can go to Mizzou for free though. If you get a Pell Grant, you can go to Mizzou for free now.
Well, must be nice.
I know, but it's like that's a lot of people. A lot of people have Pell Grants.
I know, so a lot of people going to college for free. So it seems like there should be a way for me to be able to go to college for free. Can I go to grad school for free?
Won't he do it?
Gosh, I need that.
I thought your job was paying for it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, my job paying for it too, y'all. Won't he do it?
Right, I need to fill out that.
Praise
paper.
the Lord.
I need to go.
He is able.
He did. I had to go there for 6. I had to work there for 6 months. I think.
See, that would have messed me up. I'm so glad my job only had to do a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just get a month. If they did 6 months, I wouldn't be able to pay for it.
Oh,
because school starts.
I didn't know that. Wait, I didn't know they were paying for it already.
No, they're not. They start paying for it in the fall.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, if it was 6 months in, I would have been going into another semester, and it's like, okay, so I had to pay for this first semester myself. But that's for another day, another time.
Yeah.
One.
Krista, you know what else I heard?
What?
I mean, obviously you heard it too. It's like I can't act like it's something just that I know that you don't know. But right. Beyonce and Jay-Z put out their album for their tour.
But I will say, I was shocked because when I saw it came out, I saw like Charlamagne posted, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right, well, I guess an hour of my day about to be spent different than I thought or something like that. I don't know what he said. And then I was like, I ain't never gonna be able to hear that album. Because her stuff always is on Tidal, right?
Well, you act like you can't get a Tidal free trial. You know how many free trials I didn't have for Tidal?
I feel like Tidal ain't that deep. It's
like I probably have had 3.
I would have just listened
whenever her albums came out.
I would have listened to it before the concert came. But it was funny. But then I looked at it and it was on iTunes.
I was surprised.
I was really surprised
because when I saw it on, people were like, I saw an Instagram meme or whatever, and was like, the people who signed up for Tidal seeing it, that it's on Apple Music.
They mad.
I was like, it's on Apple Music, and I went right on there and I listened to it.
But it's like I wasn't even pressed to listen to it, but when I did listen, but I mean, when it was available on Apple, I was like, I might as well.
I already played for Apple Music, might as well just listen to it for free.
But I don't know if I was like tired that day, or if the music was just making me tired. But I wasn't. It's like
I like the song with the video.
I don't think I know which song that is. I'm not like
since we don't use
bad.
profanity on the show. It's the second song on there.
The 8. Therese decided that we don't cuss.
Please, you said that before.
There was an early episode that I cussed in.
Well, aren't you a curse? I don't think I've ever done that on the show, Krista.
I don't think you have. I don't even think I've ever really heard you cuss.
I mean, you have, but
have I? I don't think I've heard you cuss for real. Like for real.
Not for real.
I might have heard you cuss like once.
It's like that's how much I cuss. So what you want me to say?
I feel like if I'm extremely comfortable with you, I might cuss.
I'm sure my mom would. My mom would like to hear that. Oh, look at Therese.
Yeah, my parents be proud of me too, though. I rarely cuss, like rarely. Anyway, but it was the 8. But I don't know. I gotta give it another listen because it was funny because I was talking to my friend. I go, yeah, I just listened. It was okay, and I put exclamation point, and it's like I didn't even realize that like saying it's okay don't sound that great.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I didn't. I was like, it's okay. That's how I said it.
It sounds like so you didn't like it.
I don't know if I didn't like it, but I'm not gonna act like I did like it.
Right. I mean, it was like,
I don't know.
I could take it or leave it. I mean, maybe I'll listen to it a couple more times before we go to the concert, just so I can.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have the songs memorized by the concert.
There's no reason for me to have it memorized. It's like I'm not even about to pretend like that's what's gonna happen because that does me no benefit. So, yeah.
But I mean, I don't got a huge like analysis on it. I thought it was okay.
Me neither. I just thought it was all right. It
was cool. It was fine.
Yeah, them doing another.
I mean, I like Jay-Z.
Their thing together.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. I like that they rented out the Louvre for their video, which sounds like you got.
What is that?
It has the Mona Lisa's in the Louvre.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but that's like.
Don't try to embarrass me,
Krista. You embarrass yourself. I didn't embarrass you.
If y'all saw Teresa's faces, y'all would be
because
like,
it was just like, why?
So mean.
That's just like when I say like a certain movie and it's just, I haven't seen that. It's just like, why not? Like what? Why have you not? Why don't you know what the movie is?
I've seen most big movies.
Yeah, okay.
Like big.
Wait, there are Krista, every movie don't need to be number one on.
I've seen number ones. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's like Incredibles 2 came out and I went to see it.
All black movies ain't number ones, so I need you to see those.
I saw Girls Trip. I really want to go to Essence. It just reminds me.
But I don't know. I don't even know what I was talking about. But the Louvre, that's real money.
Oh, right. I mean, they obviously have good
money. Yeah, but still, I feel like they still ain't gonna let you just anybody rent that out. You know, there could be a plastic surgeon with Beyonce money, and it's like I feel like they wouldn't let him rent that out.
Right, but you're Beyonce.
I know, but it's still like there are
big.
priceless paintings and sculptures in here, and you telling everybody to leave, which I'm sure they make money off of. Mm-hmm. And it's like you 100% clearing it out, and it's like you shooting a video in here, and she moving around, jumping and thrashing and stuff. So what? You can break the Mona Lisa, and we just gonna be okay? Because ain't no money about to bring that back. So I don't know.
Does anybody know if they broke it? Like,
yes, the art curators and the.
I mean, I'm talking about anybody outside of them.
Those are the people who care about it.
They would just.
I don't care
together. You wouldn't know. Therese would not know that's not the same painting.
I don't feel like they would do that. I feel like they would try to shame Beyonce.
I don't think they would. I feel like
Beyonce you remember
is unshameable.
I don't at all. I don't think she's unshameable.
I've never heard a big figure talk down on Beyonce. Nobody does that.
Because it's like, but Beyonce ain't done nothing for real.
Exactly, because she know how to keep her business on the low. If she could break down that whole place, and I don't think nobody would know. That's how she is.
I don't believe that.
Okay,
y'all.
You ain't never heard no
that's
negative
on y'all
news.
though.
You've heard rumors, but we've never heard like
maybe she doesn't
confirm
negative things.
Maybe she's very poised. Ain't nobody perfect though. I'm just saying. She might have broke that Mona Lisa. Nobody gonna know.
That's different from being perfect. Perfect is.
I wouldn't put it past me to break the Mona Lisa if I was
me
in there
neither.
jumping.
That's why I wouldn't let you in there. I wouldn't let me in there. We got no.
I feel like you would not break the Mona Lisa.
I mean, I would.
I can't even think like, what was you doing?
It's like, what could I possibly have been doing to break the Mona Lisa?
Right.
But no, I don't know.
Okay, now we're getting on a tangent.
Okay, but that's. I mean, that's pretty much. Other than the fact that Power comes on next week,
bruh.
I saw you.
Won't he do it?
Thing. I was like,
won't he do it?
I'm ready.
With Amari's fine. I cannot wait. He was on the Breakfast Club, and I said, this brother is just so fine.
Yeah.
And he's like poetic. He's an alpha. Hey, fam. Woo. Yes, brother. Yes. But yeah, guys. I mean, so next we're about to introduce our interview. And he's going to join us a little bit for entertainment. And then after that, we will jump into Hot Topics with him. And then he'll give us a little bit about, what exactly his company is, which is called Black Detour. And then we'll finish it off with Godspiration.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. All right.
For you, the listeners of 20-something and living, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a 30-day free trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. Personally, I recommend the book Girl on a Train. I'm listening to it right now. It's really suspenseful, definitely a must listen. But with over 180,000 titles, you'll definitely find a book you'll love. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/20SNL. That's audibletrial.com/20SNL. Okay, guys, we're back. We have our interviewer with us. We're gonna finish up interviewee. My bad. Yeah, we're gonna finish up entertainment, and then we'll get to Hot Topics. So, so if you want to introduce yourself, he's on the line with us. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Jay Kobe from the Black Detour, and I'm just coming to get my perspective. Switch things up a little bit.
All right, we can always use to switch things up. It's our 50th episode. We use a little male perspective on it.
I didn't even realize that it was our 50th episode. I'm hyped.
Yeah. You're welcome for letting you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Therese or entertainment.
Oh, Krista.
Therese was literally over here like,
Because I'm
look at her
I
nails.
thought you were supposed to say something.
I
Okay.
said we were doing.
Yeah, Krista. Okay, so, Krista, did you hear, which I know that you didn't, but I did, that, Roseanne was canceled, obviously, because Roseanne was cutting up on Twitter.
Right.
But they are going to bring back Roseanne, and they're going to call it the Connors. Which I feel some type of way about. Without Roseanne.
I didn't believe Therese until she just showed me the article.
See, this is what Krista's like all the time. She don't never believe me.
I was like, you sure?
Right. Fact checking me
I
like
ain't
last
no alert or nothing. I was like, I got an alert when Roseanne was canceled.
Well,
my news app gives me an alert.
Because that's news. Anything's news nowadays, huh? So, Jay, have you ever watched Roseanne?
Yeah, I watched it like the old version of it back in the day.
Which is
So
a
you
little
like it?
I watched
surprising.
that version of it, but like the new version that came out recently that got canceled, I haven't seen that version.
It's like, it's a problem because I'm like literally obsessed with Roseanne. That's like one of my favorite shows.
Right. I'm not as obsessed as Krista, because before we started recording, she's like, you want to put on an episode of Roseanne? No, I don't.
No, it's like a problem. It's like when Roseanne was canceled, I was like feeling some type of way.
Even though you didn't even like the new one for real.
I didn't, but I still wanted to see what happened.
You thought they were going to bring on Jackie's son.
Jackie's son, give me a little. I was excited. So like, I don't know. So I'm a little. It's like I'm conflicted. I guess I'm excited to see the Connors come back, but
this is a way so everybody. It's like people lost their jobs because of Roseanne. So it's like, you know what? Maybe we should do that.
But that's not why they bringing it back. They not pressed off of people losing their jobs. They pressed off that money they lost.
Whatever.
Yeah, the ratings
Right.
and all them, because it was doing very well. According to our reports, it was doing very well. So
Yeah.
they want to bring it back and get that money, like you said.
Right. Therese acting like, oh, well, the people lost their jobs, so looking at her and
Don't mock me right now. The people.
Yeah, they don't care about that. Corporation usually don't care about people losing their job. They do it all the time.
Shut up, Chris.
Oh, she did not like that cosign, Jay.
I'm just saying facts. It's not a cosign. I'm just, I'm agreeing with the truth.
The truth.
Shut up, Kristen. You're bothering me.
It's like, I can see it on her face. She's getting annoyed.
Okay. So, yeah, that's the truth. Whatever. That matters. But I don't think, it's like the show wasn't that great.
But the ratings were good.
Okay. Yeah, the ratings were good because the show been on for 20 years and they wanted to, it's a new show.
Right.
So, yeah, the
and
first
I feel like,
what'd you say?
I was going to say, and I feel like it did good because I feel like since now we're going through the Trump era and we, conservatives feel like it's a show for them. They feel like that was their show. So I feel like a lot of those people tuned into the show as well because they feel like this is finally a show that we can relate to, and that's like us, So that's why they like the Roseanne, the new version too. That's what I heard from my report.
I like Roseanne so much because that show gets me all the way together.
It's just like I'm so confused off that conservative mindset though, because it's like when the show first came on, that is not what I was getting from them. But
well, they're blue collar conservative, not low class.
I'm sorry.
Therese acts like they're so rough.
But it is kind of conservative because a lot of not all conservatives, but a lot of conservatives are poor white folks who in like kind of small areas, small towns, and that's kind of what the show resembles. Not saying that they always talk about politics, but it just resembles their family.
Right. Yeah,
I feel like that's what they can relate to it.
So let me ask you, Jay, did you watch that show and were you like, these are poor white people? Like, did you think they were poor?
Oh yeah, I knew that when I was younger. Yeah, when I watched it, I knew they was poor.
Everybody but you knew they was poor. They look broke.
I don't think they're as broke as you think. They're regular people.
I mean, they had I would say I knew they was richer than I guess I was growing up because they had a house and different things like this. So I knew they was better off than me maybe. But I knew they was poor because just a simple fact is how they kind of operated in certain things they talked about. I was like, oh yeah, they poor. But they just like that white, redneck kind of poor.
Yeah, like white trash.
Right. Yeah.
You can be white trash and not be poor.
Yeah, but they're also white trash.
I never picked up that they were poor on the show.
Well, that sounds like a personal thing, Krista. They were.
It's like, I feel like my family is like Roseanne.
I wouldn't say they poor like they can't eat every day.
I
like
met
that
your
type
family
of poor. I would say they poor relative to what we expect white people to be, I guess.
There you go. I
guess
can
it's
agree
that
with
type
that.
of poor.
I'm sure you can, Krista.
Therese watches that show and acts like they are so rough.
I don't know. I just feel like the way that they're...
I feel like my family operates like them.
It's not about their operation. It's about what they give off to me. And to me, they give off poor white trash.
I want to give off a little bit. Just a little bit.
Why?
Poor white trash.
Yes. And so to me, it's like, yeah, if I think about it from the aspect of poor white trash, not white trash, poor white people, they do sometimes have the conservative mindset, which makes no sense because Republicans are not helping them at all. But it's like they still seem to vote Republican. So I guess that makes sense for Roseanne to be a Republican, but it's like they weren't in the
show, because I've watched it so much.
Right. But then when they come back, Roseanne is like legitimately voted for Trump.
But she said that she was she's just like the people who voted for Trump recently. She was like, he said he was going to increase jobs. So they switched.
So it's just like you believe anything, right? Because
some people switch, and then I feel like some people, it's kind of like identity politics, because a lot of people, they feel like they was losing their country. They feel like immigrants and other minorities are moving up to different positions, so they feel like we losing our position in this country. We supposed to be how they feel they supposed to be, and white supremacy like on top of everything. So I feel like they related to the show in that way. And then we in a different time now than was kind of when Roseanne first came out. We in a more political time, and even the TV shows and different commentary is more political now than it was back when the show first came out in the 90s.
Yeah, we definitely are in a more political climate than we were in the 90s.
Yeah, because even comedians and jokes and different things talks about more about politics than it did, back in the day.
Right. So with the whole idea of the Connors, which is everybody,
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Me too.
But it's
everybody.
We're the only black people who watched this show, Therese.
He said he watched it.
No, he didn't watch the reboot. Nobody watched that but us, because everyone knew Roseanne was racist, and we was like, well, I'm still gonna have to watch it.
I gotta see what's gonna happen.
I know.
But it's like, so this is the whole premise of the show, right? So they're bringing back everybody except for Roseanne, and Roseanne. What
is Dan coming back?
Mm-hmm.
How are they gonna do that?
So Roseanne, remember, she was about to have knee surgery,
and
they said that she'll probably just die in the knee surgery. It's like they gotta kill her off, but it's like they're still gonna mourn her, and that might be too much for me. It's like this big racist. I don't want her on the show.
But she ain't getting a check. But ABC was like, we can still get most of those ratings. It's gonna be a lot of people boycotting that show. I don't know if I'm gonna be one of them, but. It's like H&M.
But the only thing about her not getting a check, it's kind of like Roseanne and Trump and certain people like that. They can't afford to be racist because they still gonna be good regardless. But some of these low class regular people can't afford to be racist, so they think they need to take a note from Roseanne and be like, you know what? I may not need to be publicly racist like that because I can't afford it. Roseanne can't afford to lose that show.
Yeah,
she's still gonna be okay.
I feel like that's just that's how I think about time is now. It's just like based off of how social media and the way news travels, a lot of people can't afford to be racist. It's like now, that's like that. They can't. It's like, like that lawyer who was mad about people speaking Spanish in Starbucks or whatever.
Oh my God, no.
Oh yeah.
He was talking to them about speaking Spanish, and it's like they really were chasing him down, playing mariachi music outside of his apartment building. It's like they were on his back. He got put out of his one of his buildings.
I like that.
And it's like it's hard to be a racist out in the public now.
Yeah.
That's good. It should be hard.
Yeah, it is.
I guess it's good. It's like I don't like fake you mess with me. I don't like that neither. I actually prefer you just be outwardly racist. I think I'm in the minority with that. Because I'd rather
that's true too. Just let me know how you really feel so we can move forward from there.
Right. Just don't talk to me.
I prefer that. You don't have to be fake. It's just like I feel like a real true I hate black people racist is not about to sit around and be like, oh, how you doing, Krista? They're gonna completely just ignore you and be at home like this black.
Some racists to be in your face.
I mean, I feel like we kind of getting confused what racism is and what prejudice is. Because if you got racism, I feel like you have a power over us and you can control something about us. That's the real racism in my eyes. And then prejudice is more like you don't like me, but you really can't do nothing. You poor just like me. You really just your feelings just affect our maybe interpersonal relationship, but it don't affect like me getting a job or me going to school or me doing in public spaces. You really have no control over anything. So I feel like we got to define those two things so we can all understand it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like private prejudice. That's fine. I mean, it's fine, but it's like
it's not fine at all.
So you want it to be public?
I feel like it's always gonna be private prejudice, whether you agree with it or not. Everybody has prejudice, every color, but everybody don't have racism. I feel like because you have to have power to have racism. Because if you don't have any power, you just feel a type of way. You can't do nothing about it. Like I can hate white people all day, but if I'm not in a position to hurt white people, what does it matter? It's just inner hurt. It's just inner hurt that I have.
It still matters because it's not okay. But I mean,
obviously it's not okay. But it's like me personally.
But I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, what can it really do?
Right, me not liking white people.
You can affect my self-esteem.
Krista, you not liking white people is not going to affect anybody's self-esteem. Who's?
White people not liking us has affected our self-esteem for years.
That's not what I said. I
That's
said you not liking white people.
If they didn't have any power,
y'all right. That just got
if white people didn't have no power, them feeling the way they feel about us, it wouldn't.
True.
You wouldn't know about it. You wouldn't care.
I feel you.
Right.
I got you. That makes sense. Okay, you just have to break that down. Is that everything?
That's pretty much
all you got.
Yeah. That's
you checking?
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm double checking, but I think so. Oh, I mean, I was gonna talk about another show.
What show is that?
So MTV is bringing back some TV shows. You don't want to know about them?
No, I'm just laughing at you.
Oh, MTV is bringing back a show I never watched, Daria. I didn't watch that.
I never watched it either, but it came on Noggin.
Okay, yeah, I never watched it, but they're bringing that back. They're also bringing back True Life and Made.
I love
the real world. I didn't know that ever went away. I just didn't watch it, but that's what it said. They're bringing back.
I loved Made.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Made might be hard.
Laguna Beach.
They bringing back Laguna Beach
with different people, but yes.
Oh my gosh.
They're bringing back a whole lot of stuff.
About to get my life.
I don't know if you
ever
watched.
Need to bring back that show Next.
Ooh, Next was good.
Oh, Next was good. Or that makes you think about Eliminate.
I loved Eliminate.
Me too. Next, I really like them. They just be in the middle of that
day.
I don't know. The older I get, I feel like that show's too shallow for me to enjoy. It's like you next to somebody because you don't like his eye color or something.
I'm
really
above
gonna turn
this.
me up. Like,
because it was like right as they step off the truck.
Next,
like,
that's so rude.
But it was funny though. It was just funny. It was more.
I don't think I could appreciate it.
It wasn't like really. I don't think nobody was going on the show to find love. It was just
right. Most of those people, it's like if you look back at shows like that, it'd be like people were on multiple things. It'd be like be on Eliminate, be on Next, and then be on Room Raiders. It's like Room Raiders. I used to like that show.
What was her Pumpkin from Favor of Love? She was on Next.
Right. She just trying to be on TV.
I still don't think I would be able to watch it.
Yeah.
That show might get me.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but I want them to bring back True Life. If True Life could be like how it used to be.
They need good topics. Some of them topics was too much.
Right. It's like they was like, oh, I'm a witch. And it's like, I can't watch this.
Yeah, it was deep.
Yeah, True Life was good. That was the show.
I thought you'd be more excited about Made.
I feel like I would like Made, but it's like to be watching some 16-year-old become popular, like I don't know if that's going to really get me together like it used to. Like, I'm going to be watching like, girl, this don't even matter. Like, that's how I'm going to be now. But back then, I feel like I was like, I really understand, you know?
Right.
But maybe the show would change its premise and be instead of, made in people who 16, they made in like millennials or 25 or 30, like people who kind of just went through, like, stuff in life and then kind of made them back to what they really wanted to do, something like that.
Now that
would be interesting. Maybe if they would come into somebody's office and be like, I want to be made into
what? Like, what do you want to be made into? A boss?
Right.
I want that too.
I want to be the media director up here. Okay.
That ain't going to happen in 6 months or what?
No, not like that, but I mean something in the lines like, let's say you was working a regular 9 to 5, but you really wanted to, be an actor or do something. I don't know, you had a dream or something that you always wanted to do, but you never kind of had time for it. So they kind of, they make you into it, like give you an opportunity to be an extra or something, throw you in something small, just to give you that chance.
Yeah, I could see them doing something more creative. It's like, oh, I want to be an artist. Okay, we're going to bring in an artist. We're going to work on some art and maybe have an art show for you. It's like, I can see that more than... I'm not.
If you had a dream or something, like if you had a dream that you always wanted to do, I guess you could change the name of the show from Made to Dream. So I don't know, but it'll be something like you had a dream and they're kind of making your dream come true or getting you started on your dream. I guess if you never had a chance, like you was like in your late 20s or early 30s. Or maybe even 40s, I guess.
I don't know if I would watch that.
I never liked Made, so I really don't care.
That just made me think about one time I told Therese that we need to go to like little stand-up places and start doing our hot topics. And Twix was
like, what? We're not comedians. We're about to get up on those stage and be like, what Beyonce did this week.
What do you think, Jay? You think we should do that?
That would be hilarious.
Right.
I would love to see y'all. And not saying y'all would be hilarious, but like the idea would be like, it's a hilarious idea. So I could see that being, something that could work. Because I will say comedy, because comedy is something that I always kind of want to do later in my life. I always thought that I would end up, small circuit level. But I always thought about, doing that and creating material and looking at other comics. It's kind of hard, but I feel like it's easier when you got somebody up there with you. Because like y'all kind of bounce ideas off each other.
That's
and like if one joke ain't hitting, the other person pick it up. So.
Teresa was like,
so all of our jokes not
Teresa was gonna be like, I won't be able to do that. And I was
Right.
like, are you serious? There's a place up the street from our house that we could do it.
People be up there doing music and poetry, and we're gonna sit up there and be like, "Do you know what Donald Trump did this week?" And it's just like, well, we're not.
But you gotta make it funny. You can't just like report. You gotta make it funny though. You gotta
But
make
it's
it
like,
like
I can't turn on funny. I'm not a comedian.
That's true. That's true.
No, Jay, don't agree with her.
So, Jay, you making the right decisions. Agree with me.
But are you done?
But yeah, that's all I have with
Okay.
entertainment.
Okay, cool. So, hot topics. Therese knows about this. Let's see what Jay thinks.
Yeah, well.
So, you know, I'm active in my church, right?
Oh, I don't know.
And what? I mean, you know about. Let me finish.
Okay.
So, a Christian leader, he said I want to know how y'all feel, right? He told me, he goes, you need to marry what you like physically. He's like, if you like them brown, you need to find you a brown woman. Mm-hmm. He was like, if you like them light, get you a light woman. He's like, don't settle on looks because in the end, you'll regret that. And I hated that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of stuff is that? You know what I'm saying? It's like beauty. I thought beauty was only skin deep, right? But like, I feel like,
right? What a question mark.
And nobody was like, right, girl. but like, cause that's like the other day, my friends were like, Chrissy, you need to make sure you get with a tall man. And I was like, no, it ain't that serious that he's tall. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I was like, what if he is short? It's like, it's okay, right?
I like short brothers. So
I'm talking about me. Oh, okay. You know I like tall men. So it's like, so Jay, what do you think? Like if you met you a woman and she was everything, right? But she just ain't look like you like them slim thick or something, kind of dark.
Yeah. No, that actually happened before.
And what happened? Did you continue to date her, or were you like, you know what, I'm gonna be honest?
No, we never dated. Like it was like I knew it was back when I was in college, and I knew she had a crush on me, and we was always cool. We always had these deep conversations, and personality wise, we was like A1. But like just in the attractiveness point, like we could have dated, but I knew that I wasn't physically attracted to her, so I couldn't kiss her, I wouldn't hold her hand. Like we could date, but it would just be like friendship because I wouldn't touch her. Because I wasn't physically attracted to her. So I feel like physical attraction does play a part, but it's not everything, but you at least have to be at least somewhat attracted to them in my eyes. Because if you have no attraction to them at all, you won't want to be like under that person or be, affectionate with that person. If you have no physical attraction at all, I'm not saying it has to be perfect, right. But it has to be, some type of physical attraction. You can't just be unattracted to them at all. Like I would never even,
So what if
want to hug you longer than 5 seconds.
What if on a scale of 1 to 10, she like a 6 to you? But like personality A1, you gonna marry her? Yes.
Yeah, I would give it a shot. A 6, yeah. I would give it a 6, but this person I was referring to wasn't a 6. That's on my personal opinion. So
you would be with a 6, Therese?
Yeah.
You just looked at my face and was like a 6.
It's just like a 6 sounds so low. And
I don't prefer a 6, but I mean,
I'm gonna say who prefers 6?
I feel like by the time you married that 6, you would think he's
obviously,
10.
Yeah,
right, Jay? Or as a man,
it depends on the personality, because sometimes personality weighs over, looks too. Like in the other qualities that they have, so they got other qualities that you wouldn't even think about, her being a 6 or a 7. And then some people who are 6, they really like maybe an 8 when they dress up or something. So it depends what you're saying. She a 6, and she a 6 when she like look her best, or she a 6 when she like her work.
I feel like she just a 6.
I feel like she's like a solid 6. She does once you put all her makeup on.
I feel like you wouldn't think
all the way up.
Like I have blind. I feel like I wouldn't think he was a 6. I would think he's a 10. And everybody, and like in my head, that brother is so fine because he's so amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like or like all overall. But even you got eyes, you can see that if he's a 6 to you, even though all the other stuff overtake that, but he's still a 6. You know what I'm saying?
In the beginning, you would know that he was a 6.
It's like when I first met him,
I feel like he's a 6 though. I feel like with guys it's a little different because we can have confidence and other stuff that help us elevate, and then different things, how we dress, and if we got a beard or whatever,
Right.
So
you say girls have all of that too.
True, we got
somebody got confidence. She get her hair together, put a little makeup on, learn how to dress.
She could for real be
cute.
True.
She could.
I feel like
she could fool you.
Right, but I feel like dudes would be like, I don't know. I feel like a dude don't got to be as attractive. So I think that's the problem. That's a shame. But like a woman has to be like, I don't know. I just feel like
because I feel like a lot of women, they want that mental stimulation as well, not just physical. I feel like a lot of men, they will go after a woman who might not stimulate them mentally, but physically do it for them. Because a lot of men care about physical more than I feel mental aspect.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yes. So, like, basically, we was flipped, and you, like that girl you was talking about, like, if it was flipped and it was one of us, we
probably would talk to them.
Not you said you.
I said we.
Oh, I thought you said me. Like, yeah, I know Krista would have.
Yeah, Krista, you would have talked to him.
I feel like he could be really rough looking. It doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't even think in my head I would think he's rough. Now, maybe after the fact, I would look back and be like, he was rough.
His brother was really unattractive. I don't even know.
I'm dead. That's funny. Yeah, that's happened before. Because Therese dogs me when I do that.
It's just funny.
Okay. So here's another one, Jay. Therese, now tell us about your job. Therese works a good 13-hour shift.
You say, tell me about your job, and then you're going to tell me about my job. Okay.
Therese,
so my job, without, talking about too much about my job, I work from like 3
to 1 in the morning.
Okay. Not necessarily.
He said,
No. I probably get off at like 12:30.
No, you'll be getting home after 1.
Okay, it takes me 37 minutes to get here.
Therese, please.
Okay.
You hyping that up right now.
What I work about 3 till 12:30. For real though. That's an average. Sometimes I need to stay till 1. Sometimes I might be able to leave at 11:30. But I don't think I ever left before 11:30 unless I had made it like I have to leave early.
And let's not take into the fact that sometimes you go in early.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes I do have to go in early. Sometimes I go in at 1. Sometimes
and you be there till 1 in the night, 1 in the morning.
Kristen,
So Jay,
I rarely stay till
I was just
1.
telling Therese, I was like, I would never in my life be able to work a job as a 20-something that they got me doing that, and I'm not getting overtime. What would you be able? Like, would you do that, or would you sit your boss down?
I mean, if it's for me personally, I'm all about my purpose. So if it aligns with my purpose that I need to do for my life, then of course I would.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, I said that too. If
it aligns with what I want to do, then yeah, of course. But or if it aligns maybe not what I want to do, but it's gonna get me to where I need to go, then yeah.
You know what, Jay? You spitting word right now.
Okay, so no, this is a job that I'm working while I'm going to grad school, trying to get my life together so I can get a better job.
That's okay then, because it's a job, it's a vehicle. It's just a vehicle. It's not your end goal. It's just a stop on your journey. That's all it is. So I would say, yeah, this is something you should do. To get you to where you need to go.
And I said no. It's like she doesn't want the job necessarily. It's like you don't want to do it, so why don't you just look for another job?
I don't dislike the job. I like the job well enough.
I feel like as a 20-something, there has to be, you can get paid.
But see, that's that 20-something mindset right there. I don't like what I'm doing. Or not I don't like what I'm doing. It's like, oh, this is a little inconvenient because I got to work the evenings and I got to work the weekends. And then they got me in here all day long.
And you selling that grad school a little more. You making it seem like I'm just doing this to stay afloat. Like, no. She really just hyped that up a little bit. Because I feel like the job clearly takes precedent over the grad school.
Obviously.
Because you not
yet. I got to get my check out here now.
Right. But I feel like to me.
And the job is, it's not like it pay great either. It pay okay.
See what? And you don't get overtime. It's like
I don't get overtime. But that's that whole salary.
But you got to pay your bills, so you got to look at your reality too. So I understand working that job. Now you could look for another job if you so choose. But if you feel like that job is the vehicle to help you, along to your grad school process, through your life journey,
she just completely lied when she said that.
Okay, no.
It's like she said it in a way to try to make it sound like Therese works that job and was just talking about how you might not even go back to school.
Okay, so I do work that job, and I don't want to put grad school on there too much because I have really been thinking about not going to grad school because it's like
I prioritize my grad school.
It's not like I don't be doing my homework because I be at work.
I know, but I'm over here like I'm trying to get done, and you like I get done when I get done.
Right, because it's kind of like I don't even know if I want to do this, but it's at the same time I don't know.
She has no purpose with this job. That's what I'm saying. So like if it was a stepping stone to something,
like the job.
I don't know. To me,
and it's like the job is paying more than my last job, and I feel like I'm set up on that because it's like I'm able to spend my money how I want to.
Right.
And it's like I ain't got to think about bills getting paid out here. It's just like things is just working out.
I feel like you can find another job making similar money.
You know how long it took me to find that job? Shoot.
I don't know. To me, it's just it's just not leading to.
You could look for something else if you wanted to, but if you feel like this is a good job for you right now, then I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
Until you find out what you really want to do, because it kind of sounds like you kind of in like a flux period. Like you still trying to figure out kind of exactly what you want to do. So ain't nothing wrong with that. You still got to eat while you going through that period.
Yeah.
No, we're just different. Like, I'm very career minded. And I'm like, if this ain't gonna lead to my next job, then I can't be here. And I'm gonna have to sit my boss down and be like, so, Megan, I'm working 12-hour shifts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working at night. And I'm not off on the weekends. So, I'm like, unless you, I'll be like, and she would need to understand that my work-life balance is really important. And if she doesn't, then I'm not gonna be able to. I'll be able to do it, but it's like, you need to respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
like my expectations, though, it's like I went into that interview, I left that interview knowing that apparently work-life balance is not important to them. It's like, they don't pretend to say that it's important for their employees. They will work you 12 hours of forced overtime if that's what they gotta do. It's like, and I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the hourly employees. It's like, oh, y'all scheduled for 40 hours? I need you to work another 12 before it becomes an issue.
I wish.
We do that all the time. You know how many people are mad at me all the time? Because it's like, oh, I had to put you on for an 8-hour shift on your off day. I'm sorry. And it's like, I'm not sorry. Business needs.
I feel like business needs ain't never more important than my needs. But it's like, I don't know. I don't think, it's like for you, if I was Therese, I would need a new job.
Right.
The only reason, because I used to work like 10 hours at my old job. Mm-hmm. But that was because I felt like this was going to lead to something. You just over here, well, why not? Like, what? I don't know. Live your best life, Therese. Like, you do your thing. That's all I got. What? Oh, yeah. So Jay, that was Hot Topics in a nutshell. Usually they're a lot longer.
Right. That was like a quick little Hot Topics.
Hot Topics. Right. I feel like you kept it condensed because we would have been going back and forth on that first one.
Right. You clear things up quicker.
You do. So, but yeah, before you leave, we did want to give you a chance just to like tell us a little bit about the Black Detour, like why people should check it out, and like tell us like where y'all trying to go in your direction, and then just tell us a little bit about yourself because I know you got a busy life. I know you like currently at work right now, so you really out here.
Yeah. So the Black Detour is an online publication where we talk about different topics from, all about the Black community, empowerment, history, news, and just stuff to help Black people move forward in a positive way. Mm-hmm. And we started in January of this year with the online publication, but we've been on social media since last April, 2017 April. So we just been, trying to build our audience, and I feel like people should check it out because it's just a positive place where you can learn a lot of different things and just learn more about just being Black, We don't have a lot of spaces where we could feel comfortable just being Black, simple as that. So I feel like the Black Detour is a great place for that. So you can check us out at theblackdetour.com and also on all social media at the Black Detour.
So when you say like it's a good place for like being Black, like what kind of what's an example of some articles that you've done, or like things that you think that really are helpful and will relate to?
Yeah. So like the other day, it was an article published about Mansa Musa. And he was one of the greatest Black leaders before slavery in Africa. So a lot of people don't even know about this man, Mansa Musa, how he was the emperor and he was over, all this land in Africa, and he was over, I think his land stretched out to 2,000 miles. So, that was, he owned a lot and he had a lot of money. He was one of the richest men in history. So even before, we think of Bill Gates and different people like that, he had way more money than all those people put together. So we have to just learn our history and learn something about ourselves because a lot of times we're not taught that in school. We're not taught, these lessons. So we also talk about, Malcolm X. We talk about Martin Luther King, of course, but we want to talk about different people that, you might not learn about in school. And that's one example. And we also, report on the news and different things like in, I believe it's called, some city, I don't want to say the city wrong, but in Mississippi, it was a city that had black water recently. And so we reported on that. And so it's just different things that a lot of people wouldn't know about. That that town had black water, and it was a town full of black people, and they wanted them, the officials in that town wanted them to drink that black water, and that's a no-go. So they just reporting on different things to inform the people.
Okay, and then y'all did one article. It was called "The Politics of Being a Black Woman and Child Free." I like that. Sounds like me.
Yeah, that was interesting opinion article by a young woman that's on our team. So yeah, that was interesting.
Okay, yeah.
And we give a space, and also I want to say this, the Black Detour is a space of not, it's not a monolith, right? So we have different opinion pieces all the time, and different people to be able to voice their opinions that are Black, but voice maybe a different opinion that other people might have. So it's not always just the views of the Black Detour, it's just the views of that particular writer or artist.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a bunch of different opinions being brought together.
Yeah, just different opinions. Yeah, because like that particular article you brought up, a lot of people like that article and it spoke to a lot of people, but that doesn't necessarily agree with the views of the Black Detour or not. Not saying it does or does not, but that's just that person's particular view and opinion that needs to be heard and put out there in the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's good.
They have one. I'm looking at your Instagram right now. They have one that says, if you had to choose which of the following is not a deal breaker in a relationship: cheating, trash sex, trust issues, and lack of motivation.
What is yours? Lack of motivation?
Yeah, lack of motivation. It's like, we can name no point. Like, well, don't talk to me.
But you okay with the trash sex? At this age?
Well,
I'm not talking about like okay, but trash. They said trash. It was worse. Said trash. They didn't say it was okay. It was something. You said trash.
But I'm celibate, so that ain't happening no way. So.
Oh, well then, blessings to you then. Blessings.
Like, right. The cheating might be an issue. I feel like the cheating is a bigger issue.
Might be an issue.
Might be an issue. Yeah, okay.
Trust issues is really bad too.
Right.
Like,
all of these are issues. These are big issues.
But if you had to choose one, if you had to, just a, hypothetical situation, but if you had to choose one, which one?
I probably would pick trust issues.
Yeah.
Trust issues. Okay.
You ain't
I
got
feel
no
like everybody
motivation?
has it anyway, so I feel like even after the big issue, everybody
You
has trust
cheating on me
issues.
too? I don't know. They're all bad.
Which one? So it sounds like you would pick trash sex.
Me personally, yeah, either that, probably trash, because I just can't.
Cheat on
At this
you.
age, I just can't. Not trash.
So that sex real good, but she cheating on you with other people.
I'm gonna say the cheating part. Like, of course, I wouldn't want nobody to cheat on me, but I mean, we not even gonna get in a relationship at all if you had trash. So I guess it wouldn't even be nothing if you had trash sex. So I guess I would have to. I guess I would pick. I guess cheating. I guess.
You guess cheating, but y'all got trash sex. She faithful though.
They all sound terrible. It's like there's no good way for that to work.
I know, these are all bad. That's why they put it on there, and I thought it was kind of
like it's a hard decision. It's like, dang.
It's like I'm not gonna.
Right,
We're not gonna be together.
Any of these. Right.
It's like
I need you to have all of these for us to be together. So.
Basically, I feel like the lack of motivation might. Why do you say I would pick that? I looked at it and I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's a hard one too, though. Lack of motivation, because if you a highly motivated person, somebody lacking motivation. But also, I would say motivation can be gained, over time. So that's something that can be worked on, though.
It can, but you can't fall in love with potential. Sure can't.
I mean, you can though. You could build somebody up. I feel like I built a few people up before, so I don't feel like it's bad.
I feel like that's like
to help somebody else.
A trek up a mountain that's filled with snow. It's like you could easily slide back down there.
Right. But I feel like being somebody who builds people up on a daily basis, and not just in like relationships, but just in friendships, different things like that, and mentorship. I feel like sometimes people just need a little guidance to get to where they need to be. And I'm not talking about somebody who just don't want to do nothing at all, but somebody who wants to do something, but they need maybe a little direction. You can help them with something. I feel like it's nothing wrong with that. Just because they might not be in the position that you're in at the moment doesn't mean you should throw them away.
I agree with everything you said until that last line.
What was the last one?
He said, "Don't mean you should throw them." I don't think you should be in a relationship. I think y'all could absolutely be together. Y'all could absolutely be friends. I feel like I try to build people up. Teresa, I be building you up. Teresa don't like me building her up though. It's like I'll be like, I can really see that growth, and Teresa be like, look at, she literally just rolled her eyes. Like, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, you grew. Like, yes, girl. And Teresa be like,
I've always been,
so what you're trying to say is I wasn't here before.
Exactly. Is that what you're trying to say, Kristen?
No, I'm just saying that as a grown person, I can see that you've grown as a person.
I guess.
Anyway, though.
But
Black to the Black
Detour. I don't know.
I
don't know, but anyway, go back to the Black Detour.
Right, I got distracted, but but no, I mean it's awesome. Like y'all be posting stuff. I mean it based. I followed y'all before we got in contact with you, which is awesome. Like I don't know how I found y'all. I mean probably on my Discover page, but how do you balance like having this whole publication, because y'all got 15,000 followers. It's like y'all got a legitimate following, yeah. So it's like, but you have like a job. He's a journalist, y'all. Shout out to the journos out there. Is
that an abbreviation that y'all use?
Y'all, I'm not a journal, but I came from that world. Oh, that's what my friends. You don't say that? That's what my friends say.
No, I mean I've heard people say that. I don't refer to myself as that, but I've heard people say it. That's not the first time I've heard that.
Myself that.
It's not a new statement.
Oh, my friends will be like, the world of journal. You know, that's what they say. Anyway, but yeah, so how do you balance, like, all of that? Because that's a lot. You know, like, we struggle to balance this podcast and school and stuff.
And work.
And stuff be sliding. We can see it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So we got to pick
Yeah, I would just say something that helped me balance everything was, like, I have a unique skill that a lot of people don't have, and that's just patience, I guess you would say. So, like, I'm patient with everything I do, and I'm strategic with everything I do. Everything I do is usually planned and very, planned out. So it's not just like I'm doing something just to do it. Everything that you see, especially with the Black Detour and with my own life as well, is always planned and detailed. I always look at different angles. I ask different people that I trust in my circle that, can give me good advice and has wisdom as well. And I try to keep those people around me to help me in my journey and just to help me stay on track and stay focused. And I also have a very keen focus myself because I know what I really want to do. So I know to get to that level, then I have to stay focused and grind in this time right now.
That's awesome. Yes, he's a 20-something out here doing his thing.
Right.
That's what's up. I'm trying to think if I have any other questions for you. I mean, you gave us a lot. I'm excited to see y'all just get bigger and bigger. Do you, like, one day potentially want to see y'all go into print or anything like that? Or do you think it'll stay in online format?
I mean, yeah, the online format, one thing I would love to see us do one day, and we will do, is video. It's video, like a video news. Like, we show the news and different commentary, just like, just like you would see on TV, but just online. You have to go to our website or our app when we build that at the time, and that would be something that you could watch us on there and on a daily basis, like a weekly, Monday through Friday basis. So that's something that I do want us to grow to get into, like a small studio or something like that. So that's always, growth is what I guess I would like to say.
What?
Just keep growing.
I said that makes me think about that hour-long Instagram video. Like, have you
what is that?
That Instagram's gonna let you put up a video that's an hour. They got Instagram TV.
Oh, you have to pay for that?
No.
That's nice.
It's like, why don't you know what that is? You don't be on Instagram. That's their own stuff.
I like living in a bubble.
Yeah, okay.
It keeps my mind clear. Too much of a lot messes with my head and my energy.
Everything messes with your energy.
You know what? Therese don't understand energy, Jay, but you sound like you do. So,
yeah.
Because he sounds like a male. A lot of that stuff he's saying sounds like stuff I would say. But I'm gonna let you live, Therese.
Please.
But I mean, that's all I have. If you don't have anything else to add, it was fun to have you on.
Yes, like your insight.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, y'all, like he said, check out the Black Detour. It's theblackdetour.com. Check them out on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. You can follow 20-something and living on Instagram. We're following them as well. So you guys can definitely
follow us all.
Yeah, get in touch with them. And I truly was following like before any of this. So y'all got good stuff. Because I surely hit an unfollow.
We appreciate that.
Right. Yeah, I hit an unfollow button and it's like, I don't want to follow them no more. But like, y'all content has kept me intrigued. So good job.
That's the goal.
Yes. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
You too.
All right, y'all. So because we had Jay from the Black Detour on, we're not going to do the article because I guess checking out the Black Detour basically is the article.
Right, go check out their article.
Yes, for sure.
That's your homework for today.
High key. I might even feature one of their articles on here before. But I might have. I wouldn't put it past me. But yeah. So guys, on to Godspiration. So, I struggle with anxiety. Like, it's just something I think it's like natural, like in my body type stuff. Like my grandma has anxiety, like I have anxiety. My sister has anxiety. I feel like it's just natural for me. I mean, I feel like anxiety is such a trigger word now. Like everybody has anxiety, but I feel like I really have anxiety. You know what I mean?
I feel like I have anxiety about some things, not everything.
I think I'm a pretty anxious person in general. I can tell that I've worked on it. Like looking back at things, I can be like, that would have bothered me before. Why are you laughing?
I was thinking about something else.
Oh,
I'm like, I can't say so far that I've worked on things. Some things have worked on me, but
what does that even mean? Some things have worked on you. I don't get it.
Nothing. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. I'm like, but yeah, I can. Sometimes I look back and be like, you know what, that would have bothered me before. But so basically, to me, anxiety is when you just feel like you don't like you're just anxious. You don't know how to handle your circumstances and what's going on. And even if things are really good, you still just kind of feel like a bit of anxiety and just worry and stress and things that like really you probably shouldn't be feeling because like in the moment nothing's wrong, but that's just how you are. So if y'all,
I just thought about something. I have a Bible, on that Bible app. I don't know if you have that. The basic Bible.
I do. Mm-hmm.
It has like different plans that you can be on,
mm-hmm.
and I have an anxiety plan on mine right now.
Oh, that's cool. I like that they have that.
I have a lot of different plans on there dealing with work stress.
They have that too. That's nice.
Yeah,
that app should cost money.
This is the Bible. You're trying to.
You know what?
Charge
That's
for the Lord.
You know what? I might write that down. We're going to talk about money in church because I've talked about tithing, but now I want to talk about money. Like, why do people think that? Because everything.
You said we're going to talk about it. Not right now, right?
Okay, yeah. Let me write it down.
Write it down.
Let me. Therese basically said, "Shut up." But
yeah, okay, Chris.
But yeah. So Stephen Furtick, he's the pastor over the Elevation Church, and they're so good, y'all. Like so good. Get me together all the time, and he has a lot of sermons on YouTube, so I always listen to those. And then he has one called "Why Am I Under Attack?" And I listened to it the other day, and it just really, 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 really got me together. And Therese said that she said that I share a lot of videos, but you know what? I enjoy listening to some videos. Like I listen to sermons at work. Sometimes they be getting me right. So I wanted to share this with y'all. So basically, because that's basically what Godspiration is. It's like how can my faith and where I'm at help people? That's literally what it is. It's like, so if I'm like whatever I tell y'all about, it probably was relatively recent. I mean, relatively recent in my life.
God inspiration.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Like it's like okay, like whatever I'm dealing with or whatever I feel like is going on, how I'm dealing with it and how I'm getting through it with God and like what word is helping me. That's literally what I show y'all. So we're gonna play the clip. It's extra good. Got me right. So you play it, Therese.
All right.
So confused by this passage for so long until I realized that the enemy will always attack what is most valuable to you. The Bible says that Jesus allowed the demons to leave the man and enter the pigs. When the demons went in to the pigs, the first thing they did was throw them over the cliff and drown them. First of all, can we make a note of how strong this man was, that he survived something day and night that killed 2,000 pigs in one moment? They didn't get it. Touch the person next to you and say, if you knew what I've been through, you would be surprised I look as good as I look. Don't let this smile fool you. I fought for this faith. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about these pigs, which represented the economy of the region. The devil knows where to hit you, where it will hurt. And when Jesus healed the man, it killed the pigs. So the devil knew, if we can get in those pigs, which the people of this region depend on for their economy, if we can take what's most important to them and attack it, they will send Jesus away. The enemy knows what's most important to you, and that's where he will attack you the hardest. He knows where your pigs are. He knows where your pride is. He knows your points of pain. He knows where your pressure is. He knows where your prize is. He knows exactly where to hit you, where it will hurt the most. And when the people heard about the man, they were fine with it. But when they heard about the pigs, they said, Jesus, please leave. Why? When the enemy hits you in the place that you value the most, your tendency is going to be, if it's going to be like this, I don't want God in my life. That's why he's been attacking your kids lately. Because he knows if he can't get to you, he's got to get to you through your kids. The enemy knows exactly where to hit you. He knows where your insecurities are. He knows what happened to you when you were 12. He knows what's going to keep you in a state of anxiety. He knows where you keep your hurt. So he's going to hit you in the places in your life and your heart that matter to you the most, so you will press away from Jesus. The demons knew if we hit the pigs, they'll send Jesus away, and that's exactly what they did, because the enemy only attacks what is valuable. Now here's the good news about that principle. If he's attacking you, and if he only attacks what's valuable, guess what that means about you? Come on, I've been telling you since I announced my title, there must be something about you that the demons know that you don't even know about you yet. They must know that if you ever get loose and free and forgiven and full of the Spirit of God, you're about to do some damage to the darkness. Hey, thanks for...
All right, guys. So, yeah, that was Godspiration, y'all. It got me together. It was so good. It basically just talked about how sometimes you just feel like you're getting attacked. And y'all, the enemy, he been working on me for real. Like, my birthday was 2 weeks ago. And he has been, and like, life been good, y'all, for real. Like, life been good. This new job I started is good. You know, my friends is good. You know, my friends really showed out for my birthday. Shout out to y'all. I'm talking about you included.
No.
I feel like everyone was just so sweet. People was giving me cards. I was like, yes.
Sweet, so yeah.
It was just so nice. And it was like, I went to the Pinky Promise conference. It was so good in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Like, finally, I'm not going to be broke. Right. What'd you say?
I said you was getting your life in Atlanta.
Because I love Atlanta. And then it's like, you know, like, my money going to finally be a little bit better now. Won't he do it? You know, there's, like I said, this new job gonna pay for my tuition. I ain't gotta take out no loan. Like, God been working, y'all. He been showing up and showing out. Like, and I promise you, like, the devil don't like that. You know, you getting released. I was at that conference, like, feeling like released, and he like, wait a minute, you listening to God too much. Mm-hmm. I was at that conference and I told Teresa, I was like, I need to tell somebody something because I don't think God wants me to do that right now. And he woke up that next morning, he said, oh, Krista, we about to get you together. Because you listening too much. He said, nah, girl. So it's like, and your birthday coming up? No, he literally, like, he was attacking my family, y'all. Like, he was really trying to get at me through my family. That's the one thing that will make me cripple. Yeah, you know, like, work, I done had some bad bosses. I done had some rough experiences. Friends, I wouldn't want my friends to hurt me, but it's like, I can get past it. Mm-hmm. But, like, if my family is struggling, oh, see, I'm going to struggle. I will struggle. I remember one time, like, my family was having some issues, and I told Teresa, like, my weeds got limp. Like, it's like, I hit the floor. Like, that ain't gonna happen at work. Like, you could probably cuss me out. I'm not gonna hit the floor. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, how much could your job really do?
Right.
To you?
I mean, unless y'all fire me on the spot, and I was planning to use that check that y'all was gonna give me
to pay the rent,
and y'all decided not to give it to me. Now, that might make me hit the floor because I'm stressed. But, you know, like, other than that, it's like,
because I'm stressed.
It's like, that might give me, but and I don't think I would hit the floor. I think I might bend over.
I'll be on my desk just
this is sad. You know.
What am I going to do?
Right. But it's like, but my family makes me weak in my knees, literally, like, if they attack me. And I promise y'all, the devil, he been working. Mm-hmm. He really been trying, and, like, he been trying with my mind. And he said, Christy, you getting too much from God. You getting too, and he's been attacking me, and I feel like that video was right on time for me personally, because it was just like, yes, like, you know, like, he just reminded me. He said, in the video, he said, like, if you feel attacked in a specific area, he said, that's because the devil knows you're too important right now. He's like, something is about to come from you that he is trying to hinder. He's trying to pull you away from your relationship with God. He's trying to make you think, God can't be in this. He's trying to put you in a situation where, in that situation, you like, God can't be in this. He's trying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone is like, I am best friends with my mother, and God forbid, like, she died in a car accident the next day, and that's your best friend. Mm-hmm. He's going to do something like that, you know, and I'm saying that was all with God's timing as well, because that's not something, God is not going to allow someone to die. You know, like, the devil don't have that much power. He's not going to allow someone to die that shouldn't have died. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't meant to happen at that time. Mm-hmm. That's how I personally believe. That's an opinion, though. But I have studied stuff that's made me feel like that. But so, like, if a person in that situation is struggling heavily, it's like he want to do something to get you to a point where he will say, you know what, God ain't in this, and I'm gonna leave and abort the mission. And I feel like he's basically saying, you're so important, you're on the brink of something. Something's gonna come from your life, and the devil is trying to stop you in your tracks. Mm-hmm. And that video just really was so dead on, because it's just like, life is, like, really good. Like, for real, like, I'm very content. I'm very happy right now. But it's like, but he really tried to come for my family. And it's like, that's the one thing that is going to turn me up. Because my job been bad before. And maybe at that time, the devil was like, nah, you know, life just working itself out, Krista. You good. I'm going to go ahead and take a seat. Mm-hmm. You know, but, like, right now, he like, oh, no, she got too much joy. So, you know, and joy does come from within. But it's like, I also have a lot of peace right now. So he's like, nah, I don't like all that, you know.
Can't let the devil steal your joy. Right.
So he's like, man, she out here listening too much to this guy, you know, so we're going to go ahead and shut all this down. And he did. He tried. And my mom is so faithful in her faith. I've really just watched my parents' faith grow over the years. And it's like things are just unraveling in a way where it's like, oh, wow, it's going to be okay, you know. And my mom is praying and everything. And it's just like, wow, so, like, life isn't. The devil, the plans, the stuff the devil was saying about that was trying to get planted could have destroyed a whole family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or it just could have made me distance myself from my family. But it's like, nah, like, God was like, I got you. Mm-hmm. And also, like, I remember when I left the Pinky Promise conference, like, they were sending out emails and they were like, if you're under attack, they were like, remember, it's temporary. And somebody at one of those things, they said if the devil tries to attack you, understand that he will eventually flee. He can't keep attacking you. And I thought that was so real. And that's so true to my life right now. So I thought it was, just remember, y'all, if you're feeling under attack, if you're feeling anxious about something, you're feeling just like overcome with worry and just like, what is going on? Like, why is God in this? Why is God allowing this to happen right now? Understand that the devil could be trying to attack you, but with so much attack, he gonna have to give up. Everybody run out of ammunition. You know, when you at war and they keep shooting, and you just like, oh my God, like, when is this gonna stop? It will stop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm like, when you're under attack, eventually he will flee. So, and because God always steps in and lets you, he also knows what you can handle and what you can bear. So he's never gonna let you, you know, have to put, he's never gonna put more on you than you can bear. So whatever you can take, he will stop it, is what I'm saying. And I thought that sermon was right on point. It was super good. If you dealing with anything right now where you just feel like, why is this happening to me? Why am I in this state? Why are things going this way? You might be under attack. You know, and that's okay. You know, that is life. Life is, because now I always say, I used to be like, life is good. You know, I used to have a mindset where it's like, no, life is good, you know. But now I don't have that mindset because life isn't always good. Sometimes life is bad. You know, like, sometimes life is rough. Like, it's like life is not great at all, but that's what makes life life. And I think it makes the moments where things are good better because you're able to look back and say, wow, like, I remember when this was happening and when I was dealing with all this, and to finally get to this point, you feel a little, that feel a little bit sweeter than it would have if life was always good, because life isn't good. It's just how you handle things when life isn't good is what makes a difference. But I mean, I think that's all I got. I feel like I had something else that I wanted to say, but I can't think of it right now. I will say that understand that every single time something bad goes on in your life, don't think that that's an attack. Like, that's completely valid, because, like, the devil ain't always at work, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He is. Mm-hmm. He's always at work, but he ain't always attacking you. Your attacks are different than something bad happening. Like, an attack is like, you know, like, people say, oh, they attacked that area. Like, they full force came in and tried to get them. Versus like, you know, like, somebody shot a gun and it hurt that area. It hurt one person in the area. Like, that's not an attack. You know what I'm saying? So understand that just because the bad things are happening, that doesn't mean that you're being attacked. God could honestly be putting you through that season right now. Mm-hmm. So just try to understand the difference between having, you know, life happen and an attack. But how you respond is really important. And then, like I said in that video, understand that if you are being attacked right now and you feel like, things are just really not working out, and it's just like, I feel like the things that matter the most, or the people that matter the most, are just really just under scrutiny right now, and it's tearing you down, or maybe something within you is tearing you down, and that's the most prized thing, understand that it will flee, it will go away. Press on to God, and I promise you the devil will move away. But yeah, that's honestly all I had, y'all. I hope my Godspiration was good. I feel like it was a little sporadic, but I mean, it had a point, and that's just to know that because of your being attacked, that's because the devil knows what greater is about to come out of you in your life and your influence, and because of you serving God, like what's going to come from that, and that's awesome. So almost, stand firm in that. Stand firm. Know that you are, like, your life has so much on it that the devil is trying to break you in the one area, because you might have got to a mental space where you finally are feeling content, and it's going to take a lot to try to break you down. And, but there's going to still be them things that will break you down. And that one thing that broke you down, the devil knows, and he going to try to break you down. And because of that, the devil also is telling you, I know that you're too important for me not to attack you. Because have you ever noticed that, like, when you are in a situation where when you just like in a lot of sin and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, and you're not really handling like you should be, the devil don't really be around. You don't feel like you're getting attacked. Attack is when it's just like at one time, just everything is just going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might notice that doesn't happen to you, because that means that the devil is not necessarily trying to attack you. He's just kind of letting it play out, because he don't got to attack you. You kind of already like self-harming yourself, and it wouldn't matter whether that's internally or externally. But when he's attacking you, it's because he sees that some greatness is about to come. So that was my Godspiration, everyone. Yeah. So that was our episode. Guys, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We are super hype about coming out with our 2-year mark, leading to our 3rd year. We got some good stuff coming, so that'll be in 2 episodes.
Some good, different stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So look forward to that.
Yeah, guys. And I think that's all.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great week.
Yes. Have a great 2 weeks.
Yes. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.